It really doesn't take much of a look at this broken, unlivable place to wonder if Raqqa or if Syria can ever really be rebuilt again. But the thing about war is that when the guns stop, that's when the construction always begins. The questions, though, are how do you rebuild and who gets to decide who does the rebuilding? This glitzy real estate pitch for a southern Damascus suburb may offer a clue. It's a reimagining of a neighborhood called Bazatin al-Razi. Parks, high-rise condos, even an underground shopping mall. Obviously, this is a far cry from what it looked like during the uprising, when poor Syrians from Bazatin, which was filled with slums and unauthorized settlements, called for regime change. That suburb was violently taken by the government. And it changed. The settlements and groves of Bazatin in 2011 and more recently. All that green gone. The settlements too. The war took them all. Not for a moment does anyone think that the violence and the war in Syria is really over, but what is becoming increasingly clear is that Bashar al-Assad is still in place. He is still effectively in charge, and that means he's in charge of rebuilding too. And he's working fast. He wanted the politically problematic settlements of Bazatin gone for years. The uprising simply accelerated the plans. Claiming terrorists were hiding in the trees, the regime cleared them out.
The situation is catastrophic for the people that used to live in these areas.
Joseph Tahar is a Swiss-Syrian activist and academic who has studied the reconstruction. He says that a 2012 law called Decree 66 has become a political weapon for Assad. It allows his government to cut down and redevelop areas of unauthorized housing and informal settlements.
Indeed, it's a punishment measure, especially targeting population or sectors of the society that revolted against the regime.
And with so many Syrians who opposed Assad now dead or displaced, Decree 66 simply means the neighborhoods where they once lived can be filled with new people who are favorable to the regime. We tried to get some current pictures of the construction in Bazatin. The regime didn't give us permission, but you see a little evidence in recent satellite imagery. Huge mounds of earth, the machines that move it around. This is happening. And if Assad sees rebuilding as a chance to engineer out opposing voices, more war is surely ahead. Keep in mind, it's going to take a lot of money to rebuild. Companies from Iran, Lebanon, Russia, China are already on board with their bids. Assad has said he's willing to take bids from other countries too, including the United States, provided that first he gets an apology from the Americans. You can find more of our reporting from Syria online, including stories from the people we talked to in their own words. Surviving ISIS at cbcnews.ca/thenational.